I would like to welcome our panelists. Thank you for joining us this evening and participating in this event.
Apartheid is both a system and a crime. We looked in the production of the report at the Israeli state's intentions to control the Palestinian population through the statements of Israeli officials themselves over successive administrations, and their statements that their objective is Jewish demographic hegemony. And we concluded that Israel operates a system of apartheid wherever it exercises control over Palestinian lives. So in Israel, in the occupied Palestinian territories, and with respect to Palestinian refugees in the diaspora. We felt that Israel's actions in all areas pursues the same objective: to privilege Jewish Israeli people in terms of the distribution of land and resources, and to minimize the presence and access to land of the Palestinian population.
So what is apartheid like in practice? My late aunt, Latife, she ended up living in a refugee camp in Jordan for the rest of her days, always wanting to do one thing, which was to return to Palestine. And so when you ask about what apartheid is in practice, it's that lived experience, that a woman who was born in Palestine, who was raised in Palestine, who got married in Palestine, who had her first child in Palestine, couldn't come back to Palestine because she's not Jewish. Whereas any person from around the world who is Jewish had a superior right to move to Palestine, and not just to move to Palestine, to move to the very hometown that my father was from. There was a sign that was put up that says, Migdal HaEmek, established in 1951. My father, I will have you know, was born in 1939. It's that attempt to try to erase us that we as Palestinians live through on a daily basis.
So I come from the privileged side of apartheid. If anybody has any doubt that the Amnesty report is telling the truth, I can tell you absolutely, coming from the privileged side of apartheid, that the State of Israel from the very beginning was planned as an apartheid regime. I reject the terminology that says Israel and the Palestinian occupied territories. I think that legitimizes something that should not be legitimized. It legitimizes the occupation of Palestine, the lion's share of Palestine, which was occupied in 1948. So if we want to differentiate, we can say the Palestinian territories occupied in 1948 and the Palestinian territories that were occupied in 1967. It also creates the impression that somewhere out there are Palestinian territories that are not occupied. So if these are the occupied territories, where are the unoccupied territories? There are none. All of Palestine has been occupied. There's a single state over all of it. It's the apartheid state. And if anybody, again, has any doubt, you can ask me as a person coming from the privileged side, or read the report.
My grandparents and my mother, my Khalu Mohammed, and my two aunts are all Nakba survivors. I recently lost my mother unexpectedly. She recently passed away, so I'm still digesting that. It's only been a few months. But I think the hardest thing with losing my mother, just like it was with my grandparents, was that she was born in Nazareth, Palestine. She is Palestinian. If there is one thing that I have learned, it's that we deserve the right to return to Palestine. We are Palestinian. We have 4,000 years of history in Palestine. There is no question what happened to us in 1948 should never have happened. It's been 74 years too long. So what can we do? We need to scream, and we need to shout, and we need to be loud, and we need to free Palestine.
Thank you.